Alright, first up on our list we have Pancake 8 with a time of 14.67 seconds and a re-record count of 5,681. Let's get his run going. Alright, so he turns so he can get the angle he wants, waits a few frames so that he can jump and dive. Just barely misses the lip of the mountain. Lands all the way down to this edge. Does a slide kick to get a bunch of speed. Lands on the mountain, does a 1 frame dive recover. Turns, dives, does this recover. Speed kick. Double jump dive. And this is pretty cool. He flips through the mountain, pushes him a few frames without killing his speed so that it's a time save. Follows it with a dustless dive recover all the way to this log. Kind of clips into it so he can be pushed. And then instantly does a jump and then waits 2 frames to dive. Collects the coin on the very edge of that hitbox. Then he does a recover. Speed kick. And a dustless double jump dive. Does a recover all the way down here. Turns for 2 frames, changes angle. Collects this coin at the very edge of his hitbox as well, does a speed kick, turns for like 5 frames and then dives, gets that dustless dive recover, walks for 1 frame, 2 frames, jumps, so he doesn't hit the fence, and then he dives all the way into this cannon. Great job to Cannon. Alright, now we have Tomato Bird 8 to go through. So instantly, he jumps off, waits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, looks like 8 or so frames. There's a dustless dive recover, looks like he's going towards the island. Long jumps right over there, barely gets on there, takes some fall damage. Does a side flip into the box and then a double jump and triple jump to collect the star and start flying at the same time. And goes all the way down here, just barely missing the rock, getting the red coin. And goes over this white structure, flies all the way down to this post where the chain chopper is usually, gets that coin at the very edge of its hitbox, does the same with this red coin, and then does a double speed kick into the cannon. Now, I heard from a birdie that you have to have a lot of speed for consecutive speed kicks to be useful. So congrats to Tomato Bird 8 for tying with Cankicker with a very different route. Congratulations. Mini free run. Aw yeah. Alright, he kicked that white structure, that's all I can tolerate. Be kind to white structures. Alright, next up we have OJJ with a time of 14.5 seconds and a re-record count of 2,815. Load up his run. So, starts off by sliding down the pole, making it look like he's going all the way down, but he doesn't, goes up. Looks like he's getting into position. Changes. He waits like 2 or 3 frames before diving after he jumps off the pole. Otherwise, if you press B, you just grab the pole again. Goes about as far as he can, then gets that dustless recover. Lands at the very edge, just enough space to get a walking frame and long jump. Hits the island, just barely getting it. Does a single jump kick, a side flip, get the cap. It's a double jump after landing the side flip. Goes into his third jump so he can get the coin and enter the flying animation in the same A press. Goes all the way down here to get the second coin right near Chain-Chomp's gate. And if you look closely, he just barely misses the fence. The shadow's right there. Goes all the way over here, gets that coin. Coin number 3, coin number 4. See how far away he was from that, just on the edge of his hitbox. Turns the least amount of turning frames possible, and then goes into a dive to recover. And because it's with the wing cap, I'm not sure if he goes further or not. Then he lands, does a walking frame, 2 walking frames, he jumps, gets held up by the fence a little bit, dives, gets held up by the fence again, and then has to dive a second time. Great run by OJJ or Odge. You gotta pick one, man. Nice camera. Alright, next up we got Mr. Shots with a time of 14.4 seconds and 14,375 re-records. Let's get it going. Alright, starts off by taking forever to get off the pole. Jump dives immediately. Gets dive recover, falls all the way down here to the base of the mountain, gaining a bunch of airspeed. Runs straight towards the coin, a couple turning frames and then diving. Gets a dive recover, speed kick, and a double jump dive. Flips through the side wall so that it pushes me a few frames. Dive recovers towards the coin. Kind of clips around the log because I was going at it at a weird angle. Dives immediately after with a recover, a speed kick, and a double jump dive to get all the way across here without hitting the fence. Dive recover. 1 frame turn and another dive for the recover. And instead of diving a third time here, I do a speed kick, otherwise I would go too far. Turn for as few frames as possible and dive. Get that recover as close to the fence as possible without bonking for the next jump. And then as soon as I can clear it, I do a dive into the cannon. And that's my run. Good job to me, says King. Alright, next up, SpeedyCube64 with the time of 14.10 seconds and a re-record count of 1,420. Let's get her going. Starts off by picking his angle. As soon as he gets it, he jumps. Just like that. Quite a bit of time after he dives. He gets that dustless recover before going off the cliff. Lands at the very edge of this hill so that he doesn't losing speed walking towards it. Clever. Turns and dives. Like a boss. Next he does this dustless recover, jumps onto the side of a hill, and dives over it. Gets that dustless recover into the coin, without being pushed by the log, does a 2-frame turn, speed kicks, double jumps, and then landing on this fence he does a triple jump dive so that he can clear this fence over here, recovering, and because he did that he is able to have a good angle, not have to waste any time turning, and just slide kick. Gets that perfect recover shortly after collecting the 3rd coin, and while turning collects the 4th coin, jumps onto this log, dives, and cancels the dive by hitting the log, like the edge of the log. And then after, because he gets some airspeed here, it allows him to immediately jump dive all the way into the cannon. Great run by SpeedyCube. Look at them shenanigans. Sparkly triple jump. But you never seen that on stream. Alright, next up we got Rush 57 with a time of 13.87 seconds and a re-record count of 2,250. Let's load up his run. Alright, first we got that glorious camera spam. Jumps off and dives towards the edge of the mountain. Recovers before he gets close to the edge, like most of us are doing. All the way to the bottom, and then jump dives up here. Gets that dustless recover. Turns before collecting the coins that get that angle sooner. He's got a really good angle here. He gets that recover. It's the turning frame here. Speed kick. Double jump dives over. Just barely misses the clip that others have been doing with the similar route. Gets that recover. Like others have been doing, he collects the coin with the dive recover. Speed kicks. Similar to SpeedyCube's route. Double jumps. Wait till he gets close. Rather than landing on the fence, he lands shortly behind it and gets pushed by it a little bit. Interesting. Triple jump dives all the way over, just like SpeedyCube. Similar strat. Gets that dustless recover again. All the way over here, he does a slide kick to get some speed. Recovers at the 3rd red coin. And then collecting the 4th red coin on the edge of his hitbox so that he can get as few turning frames as possible. Notice how he pounded in all the pegs so that he's not interfering with them and he doesn't bonk on that dive there. Gets that dustless recover, jumps at the edge of the fence, and dives into the cannon. Great run by Rush. What are you doing? Next up, we got Dargos with a time of 13.47 seconds and a re-record count of 11,029. Crazy. Let's get his run going. Changes his camera angle and jumps off right away. Dives and recovers towards the island, slipping through the edge of this fountain here. Crazy stuff. Coming down to this plank, loses speed so that he can change his angle a little bit, and then starts grinding, dives, gets out of the grind, looks like, and then double jump dives towards the island. And it looks like he didn't even make it here, and then he did. Recovers towards the tree on the right side of the cannon, speed kicks towards the tree, gets the coin with a side flip, and then double jump kick to collect the hat and break the box in the same move. Not in that order. Uses that sign to hit enter the flying animation, comes all the way down to chain chomps full to collect the coin. Over the fence, barely hitting the fence. coming all the way over to these red coins, starts turning a bit early, gets red coin number 3, still turning, collects red coin number 4, and then barely hitting the wall and the fence, goes all the way into the cannon. Crazy execution by Dargos. Alright, next up we got MKDasher with a time of 13.13 seconds and a re-record count of 2,345. Let's get it going. Starts off by playing music. Jumps off right here, dives towards the island, similar to Dargos' run. Comes all the way down towards this plank. Turns without losing speed there. Double jump, dives towards the island, recovers. Does a speed kick. Does a side flip here, rather on the other side of the tree. Double jumps to hit the hat, and triple jumps to get the coin while putting himself in a flying animation in the same move. Goes on the top of the pole rather than the side of it to get the red coin. Flies all the way over to the third red coin, goes on the right side of it so he can start turning early. Gets the third red coin, fourth red coin while he's still turning. Barely missing, touching the wall, my bad. Hitting the fence, almost. And then going directly into the cannon. Crazy run. Next up, we have CeeSZee with a time of 12.77 seconds and a re-record count, biggest in the whole task, 24,906 re-records. Huge. Anyways, let's load his run up. Starts off by jumping off the pole, diving towards this side of the mountain. Rather than going for the island like the previous competitors, he heads for the chain chomp area, gets some sliding speed, comes all the way over here to the elevator coin, firsties off of that to get the coin, firsties off of that and gets the coin, firsties off of that, and then he speed kicks over here with a double jump, hits the fence to enter the sliding state, gets a third red coin, starts turning, gets the fourth red coin, jumps onto this log, gets some airspeed by falling, and then it allows him to dive directly into the cannon. Sick run by Sam. Lastly, in the task 17, we have SM64 Expert with a time of 10.73 seconds and a re-record count of 741, probably fake. Let's load up his run. Taking forever to get off the pole, dives into that direction, all the way towards the white structure, walks up it for a few frames and enters the C up trick. It's pretty cool, lets you build up so much speed. Gets a fence clip, hits the tree, sliding down off the tree, lets him change his angle while keeping all his speed, collects the first 2 coins there, comes all the way back here to get the third coin, fourth coin off the elevator, and then into the cannon. Crazy route.